Today on Go, lawn bowling. Also on the show, brewing the good stuff, yard fitness, Eric, motocross, and Big Summer. We have Pete Wilson up to the plate, about to throw the first ball of the day. There we go, the formation of a true seasoned vet. Welcome to an all-new episode of Bobtail Gloves Go Edmonton. I'm your host, Dana Geisbrecht. Today we're with the Royal Lawn Bowling Club to learn the sport of lawn bowling. This is a sport I've never tried before, but it's an absolutely beautiful day down here at the Legislative Grounds. We have lots of people coming out to play. We even have moms stopping by with their kids to see what's it all about. So today, make sure you stick around for the entire show, and by the end of the show, we're gonna find out whose balls are the best. No promises because I'm not very good at this game, so stick around. But coming up first, we are headed to the Yellowhead Brewery with Tim Dancy.
Bryce Parsons is the youthful brewmaster at Edmonton's independent Yellowhead Brewery. Learned his chops in Scotland, but creates a German-style lager sold locally on tap.
We sell about 70 kegs in a week around the Edmonton area, and only to the Edmonton area at the moment.
In a brew week, typically we do about 7,000 liters or 700 or 70 hectoliters of beer.
In a small plant, these guys are very hands-on. It's old school all the way.
This is exactly where the brewing process starts. We come in and we start with these 25 kilogram bags of malt, which we then pour into the mill. And it goes on to the brew house to eventually be mixed with water, and then that's the second step of brewing.
For a lager, it's actually one of the longer fermentation and lagering periods in the craft beer world. So ales typically will be a lot shorter. So for our beer, we start brewing on a brew week, and from that point it takes about 7 to 10 days to ferment out, and it'll lager for about a month after that.
Yellowhead placed third in a prestigious brewing competition contended by 160 other beer producers of all sizes, from big corporate breweries to the handmade product of this so-called craft brewery.
As other countries show, especially in the USA and now in Great Britain and Europe, that craft breweries are rising. People are wanting more variety. Just simply for that. People want more local products and products that are made locally for themselves.
Back to process.
We only keg off once a week and make sure we're really close to our demand. We don't want beer sitting around for too long because that can affect the flavor of a beer that's unpasteurized and doesn't have preservatives.
Hops. Nice. This is one of the processes in brewing that we're essentially preparing the hopped wort to go into fermenter. We'll run it through the heat exchangers here and then follow it into the fermenters. We have to go from 100 degrees boiling down to 12 degrees for a lager temperature.
Weeks later, a winner is ready to pour in their own tasting room.
I don't know if I can drink this on TV or not. So what we'll do is just enjoy the aroma.
I'm Tim Dancy.
Thanks so much for that, Tim. And you know what goes great with beer? Lawn bowling, except you're not allowed out here, are you?
Not on the government grounds, no.
Well, this is Pete Wilson from the Royal Lawn Bowling Club. And Pete, you guys are celebrating 90 years this year. That's a big number.
That's right. We were established here in 1923. It was mainly for the people from the legislature, actually, who would come down here and play at lunchtime. And that's how it was started up.
Gotcha. And you yourself, you've been with the club for about 10 years, correct?
10 years, right, yeah.
Wonderful. How'd you get started in the first place?
Well, my new wife taught me into coming down here. But I was only 65 at the time, but I thought I'm not too old enough for this yet. No. But then I found out that, you know, there's a lot of skill attached to this, and there's more than what people think, you know. And it really is a sport for all ages. It's one reason why we're asking families to come down.
Yeah, well, hey, that's a great family sport.
We have a family thing on Saturday morning, which has not been too successful so far, but...
well, that's about to change because we are here today to show you how much fun lawn bowling actually is. Yeah. And I wasn't sure if it was more like bocce ball or curling or bowling, you know, what skills I need from other sports, because I've never done lawn bowling before. I've never actually played this sport. So in your own words, you know, what do you need to be able to do to play this sport well?
Well, you need to have a pair of flat shoes on
I
your
got
feet
those.
and a smile on your face, and that's about all you need.
Okay,
The
and
ball, sorry.
no, well, what about a good throwing arm?
It helps, you know, if you're a bit younger and everything. But, it's not absolutely necessary. We do have, I don't know.
Some tools?
Yeah. This,
Some lawn bowling things? What do we got there?
sorry, I should have had this
What's
ready.
that?
This is for the older people who can't get down there, you know. So that, you know, you normally
So it's a
bowl
throwing aid.
with you have to get right down to the ground, right? But a lot of people can't do that, so they put a bowl in here.
Can we just
And you-
demonstrate that quickly with this
and-
ball here?
Sure, yeah, okay.
And we're going to show you exactly step by step how to play this sport later in the show, but Pete's
Yeah.
just going to demonstrate. What do we call this?
This is, well, they call it a bowling arm. Like, it's just
bowling
an
arm.
extension of a person's arm. Hmm?
Okay.
So the idea is you to stand on the mat and you take your line of aim and you go, hey, and let it go right there.
There
right?
we go, the
Okay.
bowling arm. Okay, well,
Okay.
Pete, thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break on Go, and
Yep.
when we return, we are going to bowl here on the lawn. We'll be right back.
Good.